Hello, everyone. Welcome to a public holiday here in South Africa. So, I have our normal Wednesday live, evening live South African time today on Thursday because we are celebrating Workers' Day here in South Africa. And why not have it on a Thursday? What is happening going on? Hello, hello. Why is it now? Because we are celebrating Workers' Day. You are hearing now all the things. Why is nothing not working? Why not have it on a Thursday? There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties today. Why is my sound not going quiet? I wonder why. Okay, but it's fine. I hope I'll be able to see the live chat. Oh, wait, there we go. That's fine. Now we are sorted. Right, technical difficulties on a Thursday morning. Happy May month, and we have changed this YouTube live a little bit. It used to be crochet or knit with me, and then I would be here all on my own. But now we have the opportunity opening up the Zoom so that people can join us and actually show us what they are working on. So if you want to join us and show your works, it's going to be very relaxed, very nice, just a nice, easygoing live today so that we can also admire all the people's beautiful crochet and knit and whatever projects you're working with. I don't know, embroidery, all the things. So you're very welcome to join. Hi, Lishan. So yes, you're more than welcome to join. It would be lovely. Hello, Janita. She says, hello, ladies. Hello, Janita. Janita, are you feeling better? The last time we spoke, you were sick, and I hope you're doing well. I had an intention to send you a message to ask how you're doing, and I haven't sent that message. So I hope you're doing well, Janita, and feeling much better. Lishan, how are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. A little bit chilly today in the Cape and wet, but all well.
Oh wow. Yes, we had some. It was a few beautiful days in Bloemfontein. We had enormous rain, I would say, the last few weeks. It felt like Cape Town shifted and moved its atmosphere to us. And then it stopped raining, I think, last week, Thursday, and then it became a little bit hotter, which was quite nice, and I could at least do my washing. It was
Yeah.
backed up. We were struggling. And then suddenly last night, it became so cold and it started raining. And yeah, so I'm also, it's not, yeah, it's colder weather. I'm actually having my pajama pants on. So full disclosure, I'm having my pajama pants on.
Business on the top and party at the bottom.
Yes, yes, we are trying to to be comfortable on this public holiday. I'm grateful for the day. Are you grateful for the day?
Very much so.
Yeah. No, definitely. Janita says she's all better, thanks. Oh, that's good news. That's good news. But I think, Lishan, you need to show us what you are working on, all the
Okay,
things.
well, I'm usually a monogamous knitter. I usually only have one whip, but having th thoughts about showing everything, I've actually got a few things going at once.
Wow, what
So
happened for that transition?
last night, I finished my vertices shawl.
So it's
Right.
beautiful.
Thank you. I'm very happy with it. I just
Ah,
haven't blocked it because I plan on wearing it today.
yeah. Body block.
Um, so my thinking was I was going to have a biggish project like the shawl to work on at night while we watch TV or whatever, and then have a smaller project that I keep in the car, which is my socks. They have been a little bit neglected because of all the holidays and the school holidays. I haven't really been waiting much in the car. But yeah, so these are my socks. I've been using Naughty Habits. It's a Christmas um Kaiso set, sock set, that I actually bought with some of my my birthday vouchers that I got in October.
Oh,
So
that is
I'm
nice.
busy. I'm doing two at a time. So I've got the foot left to do on both of them and the toes. And these are actually for me. I've knitted everyone else in my family socks, and those are mine.
Oh, I'm glad you're knitting yourself socks. Have
Yeah,
you
and I
knitted?
love my hand knit socks.
Oh, yeah. So you love to wear them.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm also having a new pair on the needles. It's very important.
Yeah, no, I can't go without a sock whip. Um, And actually, my family have all decided they love my hand knit socks. So everybody's been wanting a pair. I actually knit my mother-in-law a pair for her birthday last year. And she said to me that my father-in-law has stolen them. So she's asked for another pair for her birthday this year. So
That sounds so funny because about 2 years ago, we had my in-laws here over winter time. And then I knit both of them a pair of socks. I placed it on their bed as like a gift for them in winter time. It's cold, much colder here, like in Cape Town than in Cape Town. So they loved the pair of socks, but I don't know what happened. I think my daughter used one of my pairs of socks, and it ended up in the bathroom that she was sharing with my in-laws. And my one pair of merino socks was lying on the ground, I think. And my mother-in-law thought, but that's her pair of socks. So she walked away with two pairs of socks. And I'm like,
ah,
where's this pair of socks of mine? And my mom was
okay.
like, I'm so sorry. I took your other pair accidentally.
Yeah,
I don't know if that how accidental it was. But yeah, so that's fine. So she's got two pairs. And I've knitted them since, some more. But I think once you start wearing hand knitted merino yarn socks, it's
yeah.
there's nothing
It's a
else you want
game
to do.
changer. And my
Yeah,
father-in-law actually doesn't like he's a type of person that gets very hot very quickly. So he doesn't usually wear socks in bed and that, but he's a diabetic. And
mm,
apparently he says the merinos actually helped his feet not to cramp. So that's why he stole them. They obviously a bit of more of a snug fit because I knitted them for my mom-in-law.
yeah,
So and he loves them. So I'll have to knit him a pair as well.
yeah. You will have to. I mean, the joy. People would think, okay, yeah, but how can you actually wear merino even in summertime? The
Yeah,
thing is,
no.
it's so breathable.
Yeah,
That is the magic of natural yarns, is that
yeah,
it's
yeah,
breathable and that it's going to be hot, providing you warmth in winter, and it's actually cooling in summertime. So
yeah,
to have a summer sock or whatever the case might be. So having
yeah,
natural yarns in that way is quite special.
yeah, yeah. And then I have a long-term project that I'm adding all my scraps, and that's my cozy memories blanket.
Oh, I
It's still
love.
got a long way to go,
Yeah.
but every time I finish something, I add the wool. I think it's like your hexie blanket that you're doing. I add I add a square in. So this is going to be a very, very long-term project. There wasn't much left over from my vertices shawl because I used my Scrappy Toba um yarn. So I
Mm.
think I've got about I've got two 20-gram balls left that I didn't use, and then a little bit of the main color that I used around the edging, and that was from Cowgirl Blues. So I've got to add those in to my coziest memories blanket.
Oh, that is quite nice.
Yeah, and then this I started ages ago, and I've kind of had second mitten syndrome.
Oh, wow.
I knitted one, and I haven't gotten to the second one yet. But my sister and her family moved to Tilbach at the beginning of the year. And there, obviously, it gets extremely cold in winter, very hot in summer, very cold in winter. So I'm knitting my nephew's mittens for the winter. And if I have enough yarn, I'll do a beanie for them each as well.
Oh, that is so
Yeah.
nice.
And that is just big value, King Cole, big value, Aaron,
Yeah,
just
nice.
acrylic. And then when my socks are finished for my car knitting, I have this skein all caked up. This is Big Fox yarn The colorway is called Macaw,
Oh,
and
wow.
that is going to be a Musselburgh.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
that colors. It's beautiful.
yeah.
You really like make me like I have like a lot of I laugh inside because you started off saying you're a monogamous knitter.
No, and then I have all these projects going. Plus, I've ordered yarn for my shift cowl.
Oh, that is so
So,
nice. So, oh, that is awesome. But you don't feel overwhelmed. Do you feel overwhelmed with
no,
that projects?
no, because I mean, my socks are usually in my car. And when they're done, then I'll do the Musselburgh.
Yeah.
My coziest memories is long term, so I mean, there's no rush for that. And then I think my shift cowl will replace my vertices shawl that I was knitting at night.
Yeah.
And then it's just these beanies beanies, the mittens that I
Yeah.
need to finish.
Oh, that's
So, yeah.
nice. Oh, that's a lovely like variety type of projects that you have,
Yeah.
you know? And you have a plan for each. So you there's like a strategy, but it's not like stressful at all.
Yes, yeah. And then also when I ordered my cow's yarn, I had a bit of thoughts ahead, and I sort of ordered my yarn for June's color work beanie knit
Hmm.
along that we're gonna
Yeah.
do. So
Yeah.
I had to think about that, and I just thought, oh, while I'm ordering, I'm gonna order for that as well because this was literally the last skein of yarn in my stash.
Oh,
So
wow.
I needed to do a
Really?
bit of a replenish.
Oh, no. Wow. That is remarkable. That is remarkable.
I've got
Let's
lots of little bits and pieces, but nothing, no full skeins anymore.
Yes, yes. Let me see
Yeah.
what the people are saying. Miranda, Rosemary, Maggie is here. Hello, all to all of you joining us on YouTube Live. I'm here with Lishan. If you didn't see all the projects, you need to, when we're done, go back and look at all her beautiful projects. Miranda is saying, our weather today is lovely. It will be 25 degrees next week. We will be back to 12 degrees. What? So it's like up and down. They don't know if they're in winter or in spring, summertime. They're in
Yep.
the Netherlands. Shame. Rosemary says, hi, everyone. Hope you are all well. I hope Charlotte is at home, Jalene. Yes. She came home last night. Let me tell you, she was so excited for those watching that doesn't know, Charlotte is our border collie. And about 2 weeks ago, she started not feeling well. Um, we thought it was allergies. It wasn't. Over weekend, Easter weekend, it was really difficult for us. She was really sick. She couldn't jump onto our bed, which is strange. And so we took her to the vet on the Saturday, and by the Monday, she was admitted at hospital. And then during that week, we also found out that she's got bone marrow cancer, but she's fighting a very bad infection. Then she came home, and then we had to admit her last week Saturday again because there was a big abscess on her hip that was giving us just trouble, and she was not good and not well. And the wound is looking beautiful now, and she came back last night. Let me tell you, when she came out of the car, she was running in this yard. She was so happy. She was so happy. And we cuddled a lot last night. And during the night, my husband was like, get up, sleep with us. And she was sleeping with us. And this morning, I cuddled with her. And about half an hour ago, my husband was still in bed. And she's lying next to him. And he wants to get up. And she's like pushing him down. He's not allowed to get up. It was so funny. So yeah, it's really wonderful to have a home. We are so grateful, and we have a wonderful vet, and the staff at the vet is just wonderful. So yeah, Charlie is home. The story of the matter is Charlie is home, and we are so grateful and so happy.
That really
Thank
is
you.
wonderful.
Yeah, we are. Oh, it was really Easter weekend was really not easy.
Yeah.
It's horrible if one of your family members also sick. So we are
Yeah.
grateful that she's home. Maggie says, hi Jalene, besig met study of the planet Earth pattern. Nou met hom 5 nou met nummer 5 besig. Oh, so she's busy with the study of the planet Earth pattern. She's done with number 5. She's busy with number 5. That's amazing, Maggie. Rosemary says, Wow, Lishan, your makes are beautiful. Love your cozy memories blanket, and I love the yarn for your muscle burrow.
Thank you.
That is nice. That is nice. Yes, so I'm currently working on my how did Lishan say long-term project, which has been very, very long term. My hexagon flower motif scrappy blanket. So all my scraps goes in here from a project, and I only use the scrappy leftover from a project once. So this is it's going to be taking me years to become a full-fledged blanket. I didn't bring all my WIPs, but I can show you this WIP I'm currently working on. This is a sock that I'm going to knit. It will be a gift. And it's my Starry Night socks pattern that I've designed. It's available on my Ravelry. This is Naughty Habit yarn. So I've just done the heel flip, slip stitch heel flap and the heel turn. I'm busy with the gusset decreases now. So that's what I'm busy with. My sweater, which I am busy with, is not with me in this room. What WIPs do I have other than this? Oh, today I will have a cast on. But we're going to actually pull out the yarn from my cabinet together. Miranda says, so happy for you that Charlotte is home. Thank you, Miranda. Rosemary says, oh, I'm so glad that she's home. It's so wonderful to see them so happy to be home. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so if you've not been here prior when we started, full disclosure, I'm in my pajama pants, okay? Comforts at the bottom and trying to be more professional at the top. So I'm going to walk to my cabinet, fetch the yarns that I'm thinking about using for the shift. So you would have seen, oh, I can maybe show you. Oh, it's not here. Do I have my vertices in here? My big vertices, but not the recent one I finished. I've worn it yesterday, so it's somewhere in the house. But we just concluded yesterday the Vertices Unite World Cowl knit along. I'm doing the Vertices Unite patterns. That was quite fun. I wanted to ask you, Lishan, is it the first Vertices that you actually knitted?
Yes, I bought the pattern when you had the last World Knit Along, and I never knitted it. I was always quite a bit intimidated. And this is actually the third Stephen West shawl that I've done. I did the Geo Gradient. That took me 6 months to finish. And then obviously I did what was the most recent, Go Go Dynamo.
Yeah.
And I was quite surprised that only took me 3 months to finish.
Wow.
And
Not
then
bad.
this one was such a nice knit. It was so easy actually. And I was surprised that I managed to finish it in a month. And it's
Yeah,
huge.
it's huge.
It's really the biggest of the three
It
shawls.
is, I have to say, it is a great knit.
Yeah.
I
And
can
it's so nice
understand.
and cozy.
Yes, I can understand why people are knitting a Vertices Unite more than once, really.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely knit more. Obviously, I want to maybe a darker color. I wear a lot of navy blue, so in the blues. But there's definitely plans to knit another one. And
Yeah,
I like the size of it because I'm not a small person. I like
yes.
that it's nice and big and I can wrap it around myself.
I love the sizing of the Vertices Unite because it really gives an opportunity for everyone and for all your preferences. Because
Yeah,
the big one is quite big. I love the big one because I love a big shawl. It's just what
yeah.
I love. But then I was doing the small and I anticipated that I will be knitting the small and then I will be gifting it away because I will not like it. Not
Mm,
like it, like, but I would not like the size. And it happened to be very nice. And it's actually like almost like just covering your neck.
yeah,
Um, it's really it will not be a gift. It's not going to stay in my closet too. So it's great that you can actually use it's like there's something for everyone. And what you can
yeah.
also do if you are scared to do a big size with a lot of stitches is to maybe then maybe think about using a deca yarn, but doing the smaller size because it will come out very big.
Yeah, yeah.
So the vertices is very what's the word?
Versatile.
That's the word I was looking for, but I was like, Vertices, but it's not the word. Thank you, Lisha.
It's the versatile vertices. It's a tongue twister.
Yes, 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 it's versatile. That's the word I was looking for. And I was like,
Yeah.
vertices, 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 not vertices.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, no. So there'll definitely be another one in the future. My
Oh,
problem is there are just so many patterns I want to knit, then
mm,
to knit the same one twice, other than vanilla socks.
yeah.
Yeah, because I'm also quite a slow knitter.
Okay.
But yeah, I would like to knit another one.
Yeah, no, I really love the vertices. It's a great, great pattern. So if you're watching and you think about maybe doing something, it's not a difficult pattern. It's not
Mm.
difficult.
It's
You
really
will
quite,
get
I was a little bit intimidated with the modular knitting and the picking up of the stitches. But as with all Stephen West's
pattern.
patterns, he's got a video link and he explains it so well
Yeah.
on how
No,
to do it.
definitely. Oh, I love that pattern. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right. So, like I said, I'm in my pajama pants. So I'm going to walk over to my cabinet, fetching my anticipation or the yarns that I want to use for, because we're going to start the shift. The make along for, what is this month? May, is Let's Shift. We're doing Andrea Mowry's 3 shift pattern. So it's night shift, which is the shawl. It's all mosaic knitting. Then Let's Shift. No. This shift, sorry, is the cowl, which I will be making. And then there is Shift Along, which is a beanie pattern. And the reason this cowl is this year was placed in this year is because for a few years now, for more, I think 3 or 4 years, that pattern has been a pattern that I wanted to make for such a long time. And I thought, let's just do it and make along because I'm going to do it this year. And yeah, here we are. And the 1st of May, and we're starting with the shift. Let's shift, knit along. So I'm going to pull my yarns that I'm going to be using over here, and then I will show you. Some of them might not be used in the long run or at the end, but I'm going to pull all the things that I think that's going to be going into this cowl. Okay, so now my cupboard is starting to look empty there at the top. Over there. There's some, I think that's John Auburn, 3 skeins there in the middle. Anyway, so what is so great about the shift patterns? I can't even remember. I think she's calling for 3 colors in the shift. Right? Yes. But I am going to, you can actually get away with doing scraps in the shift. That is the thing. And the other thing is you can also use hand spun yarn. Those 3 patterns are great for, using hand spun yarn. So some of the yarn, what is happening? About when was this? Is there a time on this? It's sad. I think this was about 2-3 years ago. There was this yarn box from Naughty Habit, the yarn clap. So Naughty Habit has a sock clap and a yarn clap. I normally get the sock clap. I normally don't get the yarn clap, but when I saw this yarn clap, I was like, this I need, because someday I'm going to do the shift with this. So this was a yarn clap where you get 200 grams skeins of yarn. But what is so special about this, and she's never done it again, this is plied yarn. So it's a mold yarn. She plied 2-ply mold sock. So it's a superwash 100% merino. And each skein has about 325 grams, 200, wait, what did I say now? 325 meters per 100 gram. So she plied yarn together. Oh, I love this. It's so pretty. And then I also bought, so this was the potpourri and cranberry colorway. And then I also bought that time, lavender and sage colorway, also from the same box, Yarn Club box, that time. Because, oh my word, look at this color. It's so pretty. Okie dokie. So that is going to be forming part of the cowl. Then I have this Suri alpaca. I mean, Look at this. This looks more, this is more the real color than when I get closer like this. So look at this Suri alpaca color. Oh my word, so pretty. Then I have this Angora skein. I think I got this as a gift from AJ Crochet when she visited sometime in Free State. Angora yarn, this is quite beautiful. I want to mix that in there as well. Then I have 4 more skeins that I can form part of that. But we'll see. This is a H2H yarns. It's from Esther from Esther Yarn Creations. She hand spun this yarn. It's fingering weight. There's about 340 grams on this 100-gram superwash merino. Yeah, it's hand spun and hand dyed by her. The beautiful hand spun yarn. So this is my special yarns. I'm really pulling out special yarns for this. Then I have this hand spun yarn also from Esther. It's 95% superwash merino and 5% neps. It's an art yarn. This is a 2-ply yarn, 150 meters, 80 gram, also from H2H, Esther. You can see the neps in there. So she basically spun in some little pieces of yarn. This is quite beautiful. Then I have this yarn that's also superwash merino. This is a double knit. I might not use this one, I think. It's also hand spun yarn. And then this hand spun yarn of hers is sport weight. It's 100% superwash merino. This is a 58-gram skein, 145 meters. It's a 2-ply. This might go into my cowl as well. I don't think I'm going to use this one though. This one, what weight is this? 2-ply. 150 meters for 80 grams. Yeah, this is almost like a double knit. Even heavier. I don't think I'm going to use this one. This one is very close to this color combination. Yeah, so this is the yarn. So I'm going to be just having fun and play with these yarns. I'm really looking forward to starting. I did not even get out needles. There was no time, but we will get there. So yeah, these are my yarns. What do you think about my yarns? Let's see. Edith says hello Edith. Sylvia says beautiful yarn, Jalene. Thanks, Sylvia. What time is it in Australia currently? Miranda says beautiful yarn colors. Thank you. So I'm very excited of using these. I'm excited to actually, I've never worked with Angora, and I have a few Suri alpacas in my stash. 1, 2, 3, I think I've got 4. This is the 4th one. And I've never knitted with it yet. So I'm very excited to be using these types of fibers also in my cowl. This is extremely soft. And this is also extremely soft. So I think it's going to be beautiful together, you know, having this other types of yarns within the other yarns. Yes, so that is the things. Rosemary says, you have beautiful yarns for your shift, Jalene. Sorry for my ignorance, but what is H2H yarn? H2H yarn. All right, so let me quickly show you the, there's no bad questions, right? So don't feel bad of asking. This is H2H yarns. This is just the yarn that is hand spun by Esther from Esther Yarn Creation. So her hand spun yarn she calls H2H yarns, but it's part of Esther Yarn Creation. So it's just hand spun by Esther herself. So she calls this range her H2H yarns. So yes, it forms part of Esther Yarn Creations. I don't know if she's got stock currently on their website. I haven't checked. But oh yeah, you can definitely spoil yourself with a hand spun yarn. It is quite special. Sylvia says it's currently 7 p.m. in Australia. Janita says, love the yarn color combos. Looking forward to the finished cowl. Adding the suri will give it a nice drape. Okay, so Janita, I've stalked you. In fact, so what I did was I did a Ravelry search, right, regarding the shift cowl. And I was like, I am searching what South Africans have done this cowl already. So guess what? Janita has done it twice already. And then I was talking to her like, what type of yarns did she use, etc. And she's made 2 beautiful cowls. And so so I was talking you, Janita, looking at your finished shift cowls, and it gave me some confidence, I would say, to use fingering weight yarns. And I might even be, because I think you made a note in one of your comments, in one of your Ravelry pages, that you would actually next time use a bigger needle. And I think I might do the same. So and especially because, listen, I have the pattern here. Let me not bother Lishan while she's busy crafting there. So this is the pattern that I will be making, the shift from Andrea Mowry. If you don't know, we're going to do the Let's Shift Make Along in May. So she doesn't indicate, she doesn't say fingering yarn or double knit or whatever. She says she used spin cycle yarns dyed in the wool, 200 yards for 50 grams. And I have a paper where I worked out the meterage. But anyway, I'm going to use fingering weight yarn, and then Janita, you gave me confidence to just continue with what I had planned almost. And yeah, so I'm really excited about this project. Really excited.
I think on the Ravelry page, it says sports weight yarn,
Yes.
and I couldn't find much in the way of sports weight yarn. I know Big Fox does sports weight.
Okay.
So I was looking at meterage and all of that. I had a few very late nights, like going through everybody's websites, looking at what they've got, and I was like, just go to the normal yarn store. And I'm like, no, I like the indie dyers.
Yeah.
So I've ended on, I'm going to use the Cowgirl Blues Merino Twist.
Oh, wow.
The meterage per 50 grams is not quite the same as what she would recommend. But we'll see. I'll do a swatch. I never do a swatch, but I'll do a swatch for this one.
Yeah.
Make sure that it's not too tight around my neck. But I think maybe also knitting in a bigger needle is a good option to just
Yeah.
give it a bit more.
Yeah, I am not, can you remember years ago when I was small, right? When I was a little child, the grannies would knit these jerseys for the children, and especially the babies. And then you would almost take off the cardigan or the jersey from this baby, and then it's like
Yes.
in shape. So they have always knitted it very stiff.
Yeah.
I'm not that type of person. Don't give me a stiff fabric. I'm all about a loose drape. So I am really thinking that sizing up to a bigger needle size will be the way for me to go, definitely. Yeah. And I think you might have the same thing happening there, Lishan, as well.
Yeah. I was going between the merino twist and the merino linen. I couldn't decide which one. And then I ended up just getting merino twist.
Yeah, so. So if you don't know, this month we're having the Let's Shift knit along. Next month we have, I can't remember what I'm calling it.
I think it's the colorwork beanie.
Yeah, colorwork beanie make along, where you can either crochet or knit any colorwork beanie. There's free patterns out there for these type of things as well. We are not having a specific pattern that we will be doing like this month. And then June, July, we're having the Loved versus Challenge make along. And in that one, I'm going to be doing a colorwork sticking pattern, and I'm actually thinking about getting merino twist from Cowgirl Blues. But yeah, I'm also a merino linen girl. Oh my word. The sweater I'm currently knitting, Lishan, it's the Sleeping Beauty from Elena Mortensen. I'm currently knitting that in the 1-ply merino linen base. Oh my word. I love that yarn. It's such a beautiful yarn. Yeah, so merino linen single ply has my heart currently. Oh, I'm such a big fan of that base.
Well, I'll have to try it at some point. But I
Yeah,
just
you have to.
the last time I ordered, I did my Go-Go Dynamo in yarn from Cowgirl Blues. So when I ordered that, she sent obviously a whole lot of samples of their different bases.
Mm.
So I had a sample of the merino twist. So I felt it. I'm like, okay, no, I'm gonna go with that one.
Yeah. My first Stephen West shawl was made with Cowgirl Blues. A
Okay.
kit for Cowgirl Blues, yes. And it's one of my favorites. And but I think Bridget from Cowgirl Blues only recently introduced the merino linen blend in her shop.
Yes, yeah, it's
And
quite recent.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be loved because I know she's got a big audience in like an audience, like clients from America,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be a hit once they have touched that yarn. So I believe if you make a new purchase, you're probably gonna get a little piece of.
I hope so. Then I can
Yeah,
feel it.
I do too because it's such a great base to work with. I love it. Um, okay, wait. Vima's crochet. Hello, Vima. She says, hi, dear. Rosemary says, oh, okay, thanks, Jalene. Vima says, I found your channel first time here. Just found your channel first time here. Oh, you're so very welcome. I see Pam is also going to join us in Zoom. That is nice. Welcome, Vima. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We are a crochet, we are a knitting community. Some of us are doing embroidery, whatever. Everyone is welcome. Janita says it's a great project for beginners that want to do color work. We're talking about the shift now, or the shift patterns. Definitely use a bigger needle, knit a swatch, and see how the fabric looks. Okay, we all know I'm a little bit of a rebel to sometimes to my own detrimental thingy because swatching is really good.
I must say I've never knitted a swatch before, but I decided for this I'm going to.
You know what I did for the color work? It can work out great, but it can be a total flop. My Sleeping Beauty, please don't do what I'm doing. I've not swatched for my Sleeping Beauty, and I don't even know if I'm getting the correct gauge. I'm looking at it and I think it's going to fit me. It's a very dangerous game I'm playing. It's a very, that's why I love something like the Musselburgh pattern because you actually swatch while you're starting the pattern.
Yeah.
And then from there you determine the pattern. How do you need to knit? How many stitches, what. And then and the ranunculus is also a great pattern. It's a forgiving pattern. It really, oh, I love the ranunculus sweater pattern.
I've
But
never actually knitted a sweater, but that is on my to make list. I don't know when, but I would like to do a ranunculus sweater.
listen, I am highly recommending you to start with the ranunculus. It's a great pattern. Oh, it's a lovely pattern. It's such a quick knit.
Yeah. That's the one thing that's put me off knitting a sweater is just that it takes so long.
Yeah,
And
no. Then the ranunculus will be perfect.
yeah,
Because even if you want to do like a summity almost, or you want to just like do a little bit of a
short sleeve.
yes, like which you can do over a long t-shirt or whatever, it's
Yeah.
gonna be so quick. You're gonna be blown away how quick it is, really. It's a great project. Great project. I think it should be your first sweater.
Yeah. Maybe after the color with beanie.
Yes, that could be your challenge. That could be your
Yeah.
challenge.
There we go. That'll be my challenge versus love.
Yes, for the
Maybe in
making
some
of.
merino linen.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Yes. But holding a double with something, I would say maybe holding a double would be great. Oh yes, merino linen. I've got also a merino linen ranunculus, but in the 2-ply. It's very soft. It's a wonderful knit. I did not even use 200 grams of yarn.
Okay.
But I would suggest when you do that, because it's such a soft plied yarn, to
Mm,
use it together with something that gives it more structure, like a mohair maybe, or a single ply lace, or
okay.
like a lace yarn, or something like that, just to give it a little bit more of a strength. I don't know. Jonita, what is your feedback? What do you think? Jonita is brilliant with these types of things as well. Edith says, if the sweater doesn't fit you, it can fit. Can it fit? It will fit me, Jalene. I don't care what size it is. Oh, that's so funny. Who said the other day? Was it during our Vertices Unite, Vertices Unite make along live, that if I don't want to gift my vertices small, or I don't want to wear it, I can always gift it to them. Somebody also said that. That was so funny. Oh, joy. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm busy currently with my crochet blankets. I'm still adding in my leftovers from my Advent yarn from December month into my blankets. So we are doing it Wednesday night. Today it's now um, an out of the ordinary day because we're having the public holiday. But yeah, so normally I can do 2 squares, 2 hexagons. I don't think it's going to be happening today because um, I've not even properly started one. What are you currently working on, Lishan?
I'm doing my socks.
Oh, nice.
Uh, I was thinking maybe to try and get them to the toe by the end of today.
Oh, nice.
Um, so that when the kids go back to school next week, I can cast on my muscle burr for
Oh,
car knitting.
lovely. I love it. Will it be the first time that you've been knitting um a muscle burra?
No, I have knitted one before. I knitted quite a big one because I've got a big head and lots of hair, but it's actually a bit too big. So I'll knit a bit of a smaller size. This
I
one
don't
is actually going to be for my daughter.
know. No.
She chose this yarn. She loves birds. I don't know if you can hear the birds in the background. We've got parrots, not macaws, but her heart is set on having a macaw one day, and this colorway is called macaw.
Oh,
So that will be for her for winter.
oh, that is so special. That is
Yeah.
quite special. Yeah, I don't know why, but sometimes I've done actually that mistake with the ranunculus as well, where I don't know why I think I'm bigger than I am, and then I it's the thing comes up, and it's not nothing to do with swatching there.
Yeah.
But then because the swatch at with that really doesn't really, I think, played a role there. But I don't know why I always choose much bigger sizes, and
Yeah.
then it's actually too big. I don't know why we do that. We think
We
we
need to
really much.
measure.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
I
weird. It's
made I made myself a pair of cargo pants the other day with the same mistake. I thought I knew my measurements, so I just made a size, and they're about 2 sizes too big.
oh no. See, I don't know why we do that. But it
So,
happened to me also, so I get what you're saying. Um, Anita says even a mohair ranunculus is gorgeous. Yes,
ooh, that would be nice.
yeah. I did knit one, and it's like wearing a cloud. It's super light. You can basically use any yarn for this pattern. Using a lace and mohair is a great combo too. Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen some people having mohair sweaters, and then sometimes they even held it double, like
Mm.
mohair held double. It's beautiful, really. If you're not allergic to mohair, I mean, it's that is luxury.
I've never actually had mohair close to my face, but on my Go-Go Dynamo, I used it. I did the slip stitch. I didn't actually do the brioche knitting.
Yeah.
But it's so lovely and soft. You can't really see it because I used a navy on the navy. I should have used a different color.
Oh, that's
But it's so lovely and soft. So I'd like to know what it'll feel like close to my face. I'm not sure if I'll get itchy or
Didn't you receive like a mohair sample from Cowgirl Blues
I
last year?
did, yes. Yeah.
So what would be great is maybe pop it either into your bra,
Yeah.
right? So that it can have skin contact and see how your skin reacts after you're wearing it now for a couple of hours. Or maybe
Yeah.
try to have it like when you're now having winter polos, necks, or whatever. Pop it in there. Try to see how your skin
Yeah.
reacts to having it on there for quite some time. So maybe
Okay.
use that as a to test how you would react with something so close to your skin.
Yeah. But I believe also the Suri alpaca is a good alternative to the mohair.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Suri is a great alternative because there's so many people that is struggling with mohair allergies, and then this
Mm,
is their go-to product,
yeah.
Suri alpaca. So yes, definitely. Then that is
So,
the Angora even. I don't know how it will actually. I don't know. You probably get Angora allergies, right? But I'm gonna just roll with it.
uh,
Um, I should probably use my own advice, maybe. If I take off a little piece and put it in my bra
yeah.
and walk around so that I can see if I'm actually going to be itchy using this in my cowl. Maybe I must do that. Maybe I must do that. I must listen to myself giving advice and maybe do that just
I'll
because
go.
I don't want to have a cowl and then I can't use it because it's itchy or, it's
Exactly.
scratchy or it's giving irritation to my skin. So I should probably do that. Rosemary says, these days I'm thinking so much about color work. I don't know why I have such a mental block with it. I will definitely join in the next challenge and I will knit a beanie with the color work. Rosemary, let me tell you, you can totally do it. And even now, if you want to maybe embark on color work and do something like the shift along, which is the shift pattern for the beanie of Andrea Mowry, because the shift is all about mosaic knitting. What it means is you use one strand at a time. So you're not even using two strands at a time knitting when you do proper fair owl color work, right? You're using one strand and you're doing slipping stitches, knit with this yarn. The only thing is you just have to make sure that your float at the back is not too short so that your stitches cramp up. I'm hoping I'm using the right wording here. Um, so that is the only thing. Having an introduction to color work with mosaic knitting is actually a great way of getting the introduction. But color work is not easy if you follow a few simple, let me say, rules or techniques or tips. Just making sure that your float at the back of your work is long enough so that it doesn't do this. I will never forget. I did that mistake on my very first Stephen West Make a Long Shawl. What was its name again? The one that I used the Cowgirl Blues. I'm forgetting names these days. Anyway, there was a mosaic knitting section in there, like almost at the end of the shawl. And I'm just like knitting, slip stitches, knitting, not making sure that there's like a proper float and a proper distance for the float to travel between the stitches that you actually shifted, that you have slipped, right? So the shawl is done. If you go and watch some of my very old episodes in that time, I'm talking about the crisis I had with that shawl. So now you must also remember I started knitting in May of that year, which was 2021, if I'm not mistaken. I started knitting socks. So I went all out from nothing to knitting socks. That was May. October that year, I decided, let me do the Stephen West shawl. Why not? Okay, so this is like a big, big piece and a big accomplishment. Now I'm blocking the shawl. Oh my goodness gracious. The shawl goes like this. So it's like a half moon shawl. So it goes like this, and then suddenly it's like this, because everything was just scrunched in because I didn't know that I had to make provision for floats. I didn't know. And I was so bold and brave. I have, for that section, I think it was like 3 rows of that color where there was like mosaic knitting. I cut into my yarn in that row, and I literally worked in like almost a meter of yarn each in that sections. Cut, then I would make a knot, and I would work that knot through the stitches, trying to give it some leeway and add some yardage so that it can just come like normal, like it should be. And I was like, this is not going to win me because I have done so well coming to this point. I'm going to let it make it, it's going to work because I want to wear the shawl. It's a celebratory piece. It's a big accomplishment, and I have cut through my yarns, make knots, work those knots and the yarn through all the stitches. Yeah, that was a big learning curve. I've learned a lot, and I'm still using that shawl. And nobody will know that that happened. And yeah, I almost had heart failure a few times. But I did it. So I'm very proud of that. But I learned from it. It was a mistake, and I learned from it. So what I'm trying to say, Rosemary, is that you can definitely do it. Your first time might not be perfect, so try something small like a beanie. I think that's a great way. And then you can progress from there. What's your thoughts, Lishan?
Yeah, my first color work, I haven't done a lot. My first one was actually your Tic Tac cow that I did.
Yes, I
And I actually gave it to a friend as a birthday present. And um that pattern I found was very good practice as well.
yes,
And then the only other color work I've done is Summerlee's cuff the color work cuff club. I've
yes,
knit a couple of her patterns. Yeah, so next month's beanie is going to be an interesting
yeah,
project for me too, to learn how
yeah,
to do all the color work.
yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And Juanita is brilliant also. She can, I think maybe we're doing this now live, but maybe Juanita, we must have a session. But I will talk with Juanita if she can give us some pointers. She is brilliant. In fact, she's done it on numerous times in the groups, even where
Mm.
she's giving tips on color work. But the only big tip is to make sure that your float at the back of your work is long enough so that you
Yeah.
don't have the way where it's like pulling, this float is pulling the stitches all closer. And if you can do that, then you are perfect. And there's ways to do it, you know. I don't have, so basically I can maybe show you on my sock. What I do is, this is mosaic knitting also. Let me show you the inside. This is also mosaic knitting, so it's a great pattern also to use. But you want to knit, and what I do normally, oh dearie me, how do I show you? Is I make sure that my stitches on my right needle are pulled to the right, so that my float here can travel. You know, and this is now not the color work that I'm busy with, but what that is basically what you're trying to do. You make sure that you stretch out your stitches so that the color work can, the float can travel, so that you don't knit like this, where your stitches are all bundled up like this, and then you knit the next stitch, because then it will just all cramp up. You need to make sure that your stitches are spaced out. I hope it makes sense for those that is wondering about it. Janet says, hello, ladies. I'm still in the land of the living. Oh, Janet. I know that you've been very busy. Thank you for popping in. She says, it's just been so crazy. All your vertices looks amazing, and I'm sending a lot of love. Yonita says, it's important to keep the floats a bit loose. Yes. Stretching out the stitches is a great tip. Yeah, so that is what I need to do. So that's what I'm doing. If I need to do color work, stretching out my stitches on my right needle, that's how I'm rolling, really. And sometimes you think it's too much the way that you stretch it. It's not too much. Yeah. So that's all. That's so, yeah. Rosemary says you were so brave, Jalene. That was such a huge job. I knitted your sorry night socks too, and I feel they are fine. Oh, thanks, Rosemary. Yes, and let me tell you, you can do it too. Definitely, Rosemary. Don't be scared of color work. Um, but yes, I definitely had a few mini heart attacks doing the that shawl, my first Stephen West mystery knit along shawl that I've done, and but I've learned so much from it. And sometimes we embark on projects and we make mistakes and we feel like we are such a failure, but you're not a failure. You are just learning, and it's a great learning opportunity. So when you have changed your perspective from I'm a failure, I cannot do this, to let me learn from this. What did I learn from this? Then it can be a learning opportunity and you don't have to feel like a failure. Yes. So yeah, you can do color work. You can definitely do color work. Oh, I've still, we're almost done with the life, and I've not even done one hexagon. Like, it's so funny. I don't even know where I am currently. Oh, I need to put it in here. So I'm gonna start joining it in here now. Let me see. Let me see. There. Oh, I first need to just get to the halfway mark of this. So within the thingies. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, so what is everyone up to today? For those of us that's in South Africa, having a public holiday, celebrating Workers' Day. What is your plans for the day? Just to be calm and collected and to have crafty time, Lishan?
Yeah, my kids need to study, so I need to crack that studying whip because when they go back, it's a few weeks and then it's exams. Um, so I still study with my daughter. She's still little. These will be her first official exams, so I need to make sure that she's okay. And other than that, I can knit while I help her. Um, yeah, and just being at home and being rustig.
Oh, nee. That is definitely, it's nice to be at home, I have to say. I'm so sad that I need to go back to work tomorrow. I was talking to a friend. She's South African, but she's currently working in the UK. And she's like, you know what? We also have Workers' Day, but this government year moved the public holiday to Monday. So they're having a long weekend. I'm like, yes, it makes total sense. Why are we not doing it this side? Because I can rest today and tomorrow I must be back at work, being proactive. Um, so that is quite nice. I think that's such a great idea of what they're doing there. Um, accommodating people like that. I was like, that sounds like a great plan. Okay, I'm doing well this side. I have to at least have this done before we say goodbye, right?
But the Cape weather is definitely indoor kind of day today.
Hmm.
Um, it's ideal for sitting in bed with a movie and knitting or that kind of weather.
Yeah. Are you actually watching a series currently?
Oh yes. Um, my we've been watching Suits with the kids on
Oh,
Netflix. I mean,
nice.
I watched it when it first came out.
Hmm.
But we've been looking for a family series to watch, so we've been watching that. Other than the usual Big Bang Theory and Friends.
My favorite. No, Big Bang is my favorite series. I watch it every day. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's on repeat. The moment we're done with the series, all the seasons, we go immediately back to episode one, season one.
Yep.
Uh, oh,
So yeah, we are working. Thankfully, there's 9 seasons of Suits, so
mm.
there's lots to watch.
Oh, nice.
And then
Um,
I love watching all my YouTubers. It's usually my Friday afternoon, evening. Everybody's posted videos, then I watch them.
oh, that's nice. Thank you for supporting us.
Yeah.
Um, the one thing I'm actually feel like I need to watch again is Gilmore Girls.
Oh yes, that my daughter absolutely adores. So that is also it's like in the same category as Friends and Big Bang Theory. If you don't have anything else to watch, that's usually what's on. I
Yeah.
think we've watched it a few times, and it's the right season as well. If you into
Exactly.
seasonal, it's usually an autumn winter kind of series
Yeah.
to watch.
Because I saw a GIF this morning of Gilmore Girls, and I was like, oh, I think I need to watch that again. I
Yeah.
really crave that. I need to watch that again. But the one thing I'm currently watching is Handmaid's Tale, the new season.
Oh, yes. I haven't seen it, but I believe it's very good.
Yeah, it's on Showmax, and it's actually the last 5 episodes are now dropping every week on a
Okay.
Monday, I think. So on Showmax, and yeah, it's not something for everyone, definitely not.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just want to. I'm looking forward to be able to conclude that series, and see what's going to be the end of that whole saga. But in terms of normal watching, Big Bang has my heart. I'm a Big Bang big fan, big Big Bang
Bang,
girl
bang.
fan.
So
Oh
my
my
husband was on leave last week, and we started watching Yellowstone together. But that's not, well, for my kids, my son is probably old enough to watch it, but my daughter not. So that's not really a family kind of series that we can all watch together. But that was also very good.
I really because I think I started watching one episode, but I did not even finish it because I was so busy. And sometimes I know saying this doesn't make sense if I'm currently watching Handmaid's Tale, but some these days I'm actually looking for like easy
Yep.
stuff. Um,
Yeah.
like the world is too tough, man.
Yeah.
I'm very a loyal watcher for The Handmaid's Tale. I think it's a brilliant series, and we can learn a lot from it. But it's not an easy thing to watch, or at all. It's not easy.
Yeah.
And but oh my word, like I said, we always watch Big Bang every day. Like the next episode, the next episode, the next episode.
It's always good to have a laugh, and
Oh,
you're guaranteed to have a laugh when you're watching them.
oh my goodness, it never gets old. It just doesn't. It just the jokes never. And then my husband, it's so funny. Then when they're like we're watching, and then it's like, oh my word, what's gonna happen now? It's like my favorite piece of this episode. And then I'm like, yes, and it's so funny. What happened? Oh. We are currently we in during this week we were at the episode where um what's her name? It's like all the names is going out. Husband, help if you're
I was so
watching.
useless with the names. Other than Raj. I always remember Raj.
The Jewish guy and his wife.
Yes. Oh man, I can't
Why
remember
am I
now.
missing the names now? Anyway, so she's getting pregnant the second time, and now she's telling him, and he's like, no, no. And my husband is like, prior to that, he's like, my favorite part. Actually, obviously, the whole series is starting now because this man is like, this is not happening. We're not pregnant again. Oh, it was so funny. Oh, joy. So we know almost all the words and what's gonna come and what is the favorite moments, but still, it just never gets old. Oh my word, we love that series. um, okay, dokie, wait, something happened. There's a lot of messages. Rosemary says, yes, you did such a huge surgery. Yes, it was a big surgery on that shawl. The shawlography, that was the pattern on the shawlography. It was my first Stephen West mystery knit along. Janet says, my mom has been in South Africa for almost a month and she is having a ball. She says your yarn shops, your cafes, your nurseries are just divine. And she says the service is so amazing. Oh, Janet, that is quite nice. When is your mom going back? She's going to come home with her heart full and her soul fed, she says. Oh, that is so kind. I'm so glad that she's having such a great time in South Africa. Rosemary says, I'm on leave for the whole week. So happy about that. Just resting. These last 2 days, I looked after my grandson, and last night, the other three. Now it's just my time. I think the joy of being a grandmother is that you can do all the nice things and then you can just pass the kiddies on again. I think that is the joy of being a grandmother. And what a blessing to have that opportunity, Rosemary. I'm glad you're on leave. Janita says, Jalene, I sent you a link to a great mosaic knitting tutorial from Norman from Nibble Needles. Thank you, Janita. I think we're going to definitely share it on the general group as well as on the shift group, the Let's Shift Knit Along. Beatrice says, working with kids, we have an extra week holiday. We're going to Braai at 12 o'clock for my sister's daughter's Braai. Oh, that's lovely. Enjoy the Braai, Beatrice. You know what? So yesterday in my office, my colleagues were saying, they think they must really change their work and they need to become teachers. And I was like, guys, are you serious? Have you think about this properly? Yes. The teachers have now these few days. You probably don't know this. I've been a teacher way, way, way long time ago before I've joined the police as a forensic analyst. And I used to be a high school teacher. And I was telling them, I don't think you understand that they really, truly deserve these days. It's not fun being a teacher. So I take off my hats for all the teachers out there. You are really respected and we appreciate you because I know it's difficult. Yvette says, hi all. Hi, Yvette. How are you doing? Pietru says, enjoy your public. I have to go now. Your public, the holiday, she means. I have to go now. Bye, Pietru. Enjoy the Braai. And Janet says, Monday night, she flies out. Oh, so it's around the corner, Janet. It's around the corner. All right. I'm busy just quickly stitching my hexagon into the blank. Oh, no, not stitch it in. I'm busy working away the ends. My favorite part of knitting. My favorite thing to do.
I sat last night and worked in all the ends on my vertices shawl. It was quite a job.
It's quite a job, right? Yes, I'm trying to be a good girl, and every time I finish one hexagon, I'm like, I need to do this because otherwise I'm going to sit with a crisis again where I have multiple ends to work in, and then it's like overwhelming, and it's like, like a mountain in front of you that you have to work through. So I'm trying to be good and disciplined and work away my ends as I'm going for this because
So I've got lots of ends to still work in with my Cozy Memories blankets, but I'm trying every time I finish a square that's completely surrounded, I work in that square's ends.
Yeah,
So it's all on the edges that still needs to be worked in. But it's a long-term project.
Yeah. That's why I actually love this this moment, this YouTube live, this weekly one, because I'm currently just working on this blanket of mine. And I remember, I think it was in December month where I had the live every day. We call it the Yarn Advent live chat. And it really helped me to be able to do backlog projects, not that we don't have to have things must be on time. I'm very easy with things like that, but it really helped me to just every day while I'm having this conversation and this community and this great place to be able to, with laughter and joy, can work away all my ends. It really assisted me so much. So thank you to all of you for being here and making things like my favorite thing of doing, working away ends, easier. It's really, I really do appreciate it so much. All right. Yvette says, I worked today. We have our Labour holiday on Monday. See, they're doing that in Australia too. Our South African government needs to get with the program. We need to move the day to a Monday. All right. So we can start to say goodbye. Rosemary says, so happy your mom has enjoyed her visit in South Africa, Janet. Oh. All right. Yeah, this is quite fun. Lishan, thank you for joining.
Thank you. That has really been lovely chatting with you and just catching up and knitting, and it's been fun.
Yeah, it's been really a lot of fun. Thank you for, oh, wait, before we go, I wanted to show you something. Marietta wanted to join, but she's not having a good signal. So she actually sent me a pic of her works. I'm going to quickly share my screen so that I can show it to you all. Hold on. There we go. Let me just make it big. What did I do? What am I doing? Wait, let me just quickly see. Big, there we go. Hello, there we go. Okay, so she said she can't join the Zoom, but she's got 6 active projects, which is also one of them is the shift. You can see it over there. There's the shift. She's also busy with the vertices. And oh no, instead of the vertices, she's busy with the Aurora cabin shawl with the Naughty Habit 2024 Scrappy Tober socks. That is quite nice. And then the books that you see, I don't know, where's the books? Oh, there it is. She got 2 books from the Amsterdam shop for Stephen West. That's quite nice. And then she's also got 2 projects in planning phase. It's also socks. That will be in her Murakuzi bag. Look at that. I think she won this in one of my giveaways, actually. The Murakuzi koi bag. And then she's also doing blocks with leftover yarns. Look at that. It looks like a moss stitch crochet blanket that she's busy with. So Marietta, thank you for sending us this. This is quite nice, and so that we could share it on here. It's appreciated. Yeah, so I almost forgot to show you that because she really made an effort to send it to me because she was struggling with connectivity. All right, so thank you so much, Lishan, for joining me today. We loved seeing your projects. Good luck with all the exam preparations.
Thank you.
And enjoy your
Knitting
yes.
will be my therapy during exams.
I know. It's truly, you know, knitting and crocheting is much cheaper than actually going to therapists.
Sure.
So have a super day. Thank you for everyone that joined us on YouTube Live. We really appreciate all of you. It was lovely engaging with all of you. And I hope that you all have a super great public holiday further here in South Africa. And to those that is going to celebrate on Monday, we're a bit jealous, but you deserve your day too on Monday. So have a good day. Thank you for joining. And I'll see you next time. We're going to have the live for shift on Saturday morning, 10 o'clock, I think. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, Nation.
Bye.